Let me know if I let the mic go too far, because apparently you can't hear me. I just wanted to cover a couple of quick things before we get into the speeches. And I guess the first one is, I don't know if anyone's noticed over here, but there's a candle burning, and it's a candle of remembrance. And really it's tracking back through the ancestry of the bride and groom. So we'll go back to the grandparents there. And if you get a bit of time, have a bit of a look. And I'll just point out as well that we do have one grandparent here, Enid, I believe, over. Nice to see you here. I'm glad they told me. I'll make sure I don't swear. Yeah, look, this is all about a wedding, but again, there's another very significant event happened in the last week, probably more important, I think. Richie Benaud passed away. So, look, we won't have a minute's silence for the great man, but we should just think about Richie. And in honour of that, Dan actually organised some nice wine tonight. So you might think you're drinking your lumber, but it's actually a relabelled wine. It's Richie's special wine from the vineyard that he has over in France. I think the estate's called Vert de Fleur, and the wine label is Chateau Vert de Fleur. It's not a bad drop. Now, into the speeches. So the first speech tonight is actually Dan Kennedy, father of the bride. He's a great man, Dan. Great man. I've got nothing bad to say about him. But I was looking for a few funny stories, and look, I've got a few, but I wouldn't share them because I have too much respect for the bloke. But I had a few quieties last night with his only son and one of his sons-in-law, and apparently there's a bit of a water skiing incident that occurred once, and he was doing a bit of water skiing. He was cutting it up. He was going off. Took a bit of a tumble. Pants got ridden up a bit. Looked down, and apparently Dan was exposed to the world. And at the bottom of his shorts. Wasn't much to see. But anyway, Dan. Dan, you're up. Not for the first time. Shall I come to you? It's all up here, mate.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just before I start, I think I better give you a glimpse of the future. A daughter says to her father, "Dad, I'm in love with a boy who lives far away in Adelaide. We met on Facebook, had long chats on WhatsApp. Now we've had a few months relationship through Viber, and he proposed to me on Skype. Dad, I need your blessings and good wishes." The father says, "Wow, really? Then get married on Twitter, have fun on Tango, buy your kids on Amazon, and pay through PayPal. And if you get fed up with your husband, sell him on eBay." Ladies and gentlemen, Diane and I welcome everyone to Michael and Samantha's big day. Thank you, Stephen and Mary, for Michael. We've checked his pedigree, structure, bones, feet, teeth and working gear. He seems to be a fine stud bull. I mean, a perfect stuffing there. I'd like to tell you how simple decisions in life change history. Sam was our youngest daughter, was born on the 14th of January 1988, and we took her as a 9-month-old baby to our new address at Mount Charlton. She thrived in the country air, and after growing a couple of years, attended Mount Charlton, one teacher school where she excelled scholastically and in sport. When it came time for high school, she initially went to Caitlin High, a good school, but Sam was not challenged. So Diane and I decided to send her to Whitsunday Anglican boarding school because of its fine reputation. And of Michael Dawes. I don't know exactly. I don't exactly know when Michael and Sam teared up, but it wasn't long before we started hearing about Michael. So we're inseparable and part of one another for the school, netball, prom and anything else. After grade 12, Michael's family moved back to Adelaide, and Michael started studies in electrical engineering at Adelaide University. Sam, on the other hand, worked for an accounting firm in Mackay, they're told, and studied externally through Central Queensland Uni. Just about straight away our phone bill went through the roof, and inside 12 months Sam cornered me and said she wanted to move to Adelaide, otherwise she might lose Michael. After much soul-searching and pleading from Sam, Diane and I agreed. Sam had a pulsar by this time, so it was loaded with most of her worldly possessions, and with Diane as co-driver, they set off for Adelaide. Sam had to find accommodation and soon found two other expert Sunday fellas to share a house with. I don't think Michael would have spent too much time there as he's still living at home. We weren't there. Sam had a terrific job in Adelaide that she was really wrapped in and completed her degree externally. Michael finished his degree some months later and applied for a job in Brisbane. He obtained a position through his own presentation and I believe a very good reference from our chairman Adrian Smith. This time it was Stephen, Michael's dad, who loaded up Sam and Michael's accumulated possessions and helped them shift to Brisbane. By now, Michael was part of the family, but there was no ring on the finger. All the son-in-laws gave it to Michael about this, but he ran his own race. After a weekend at home was planned for celebrations on the sale of our business. That was delayed for a few months, and I had a sneaky suspicion Michael was going to line us up and ask for approval to marry Sam on that weekend. As this trip did not eventuate, the next week at work, Beth, the office lady, called and said, "Dan, you wanted on the phone," and I think he said his name was Michael Dawes. That conversation went something like this. "Hello, Dan." "Hello, Michael. What's the weather like up there?" "Good, Michael." How's Diane?" "Good, Michael." "How's everyone else?" "Good, Michael." "Dan, I finally decided to ask Sam to marry me and I wondered if that's okay with you." I said, "About bloody time." The result of all this and the decision to send Sam to Whitsunday is the reason we are all here tonight. Diane and I are very proud of our 5 grown-up children, 4 son-in-laws and 6 grandchildren. We're counting, Sam. We welcome Michael into our family and congratulate Sam for hanging in there. One last thing before I go. Michael, I feel I need to warn you about our chairman, Adrian. Last Christmas he tried to kill 2 of our existing son-in-laws. This is for real.
They're a bit soft.
He invited Jason and Wes on a fishing trip in an unseaworthy boat. When they were miles out to sea, the boat developed a major water leak. After a few minutes of panic and being told to put on life jackets, they made a run for an island. Now luckily that island was inhabited and Jason, a carpenter, was able to obtain materials and carry out a solid repair to get them home.
Oh, we've stretched the truth a little.
Michael, I know Adrian is now your boss, but beware the fishing trips. Please enjoy the night, everyone. Thank you.
What a load of crap. Look, later on I'll tell the story if anyone wants to hear it. Next up we'll have Stephen Dawes, the father of the group. Now, I only met Stephen... Oh, sorry, give him a clap first. So I only met Stephen for the first time last night, and I guess we did what engineers do. We sat there and lamented how bad shit is right now. But it was good. So I had to do a bit of digging to get a few stories about Stephen, and look, Stephen's a bit of a fisherman. Give it up. However, it's a stretch. He fishes with the brothers-in-law in the York Peninsula, and apparently there's a Dawes curse. So
He is cursed.
Stephen's at the boat, no fish. Stephen's not the boat, plenty of fish. Interesting story. Actually, fishing will come up again later because I don't think Michael's really marrying into much of a fishing family either. A couple of in-laws maybe, but certainly not the family. Stephen.
Thanks very much, Adrian. I thought I'd embrace technology and I'd use my iPhone tonight, but it might run out halfway, so bear with us. I might have to go really quickly. So, thanks very much. It's been a great week. We're really happy to be here. We've probably spent 3 days before today up here in Brizzy. as you like to say. And we've had a great time with getting to know Samantha again, and Michael, and our new family. Di and Dan and all her kids and family. So it's been really good. You've really embraced us and welcomed us, and it's been good fun and great to get to know you, because we've been hearing about you for the last 10 years. And, so yeah, it's fantastic.
You know all their names?
Yes, I do. Don't put me on the spot like that, please. So can you all hear me? Yeah, I don't like using the microphone, but anyway. So I've written it out just in case, and we're really happy today's here, like you, Dan. It's been a while, but we're so proud. We're proud of them both. And I'm Stephen Dawes, my wife Mary, and our youngest son Richard. Richard, stand up. He's got a bit of a cult following on Facebook, I understand, or Twitter or something, but anyway, we won't go into that. There's a few people in this room that understand that. So yeah, today, I suppose the ring has finally gone on, and the rehearsal yesterday just meant that, shit, this is happening. This is really happening. We've been looking forward to it for so long, and we've been really dying for it to happen, and we're really happy that today's the day. So we're so proud of you both, and really look forward to what the future will bring. So welcome to the Dawes family. I don't know if you're M&S or we're S&M Dawes. We'll work that out along the way. So, Mary and Stephen, for those that didn't get it. Sam, Michael. And I don't know what you think about joining the Dawes family, but I know Michael, when he was in primary school, I can relay a few things to you, Dan and Di, but that you didn't know him then. But Mary was asked to go to the teachers one morning because on the weekend of that Michael had written a journal of the previous weekend's exploits of what he's been doing as a fine young 8-year-old or something. Saturday, went to pub with family. Sunday, went to pub with friends. So I don't know if joining the Dawes family is such a great thing, but anyway, we welcome you. Whoops. I think I've nearly lost it, but no, we'll keep going. So, why are we happy? Well, we've got to know Sam really well. We know she's a loving person. You were always very happy to spend time with us, which is important for parents. We know you're really hard, a determined person. You both work really hard as well. You know, you show that you're committed to your careers and your employees, which is a really great trait. And Sam, I think your determination showing you could do your degree and obtaining your CPNs is to be admired. CPA, sorry.
Still got to get a CPN.
Alright, so yeah, the CPNs is a lot harder, by the way. I had a big long list of things to talk about Michael for those that don't know Michael. But I've decided to cut all that out, and we'll look forward to the future. There's a few people, I can see them scattered around here that probably know a bit of shenanigans that Michael got up to in Mackay, especially, or even before then. We won't mention Australia Day again, Michael, for those that know. Okay. And I won't mention the time that I found him and Alex walking the streets of Mackay with an air rifle shooting cane toads. It was lucky I found them before the police did. The things you do up in North Queensland, you know. Anyway, today's the day I think that we really show our support of the marriage in being here. You've come from everywhere to be here for this occasion, which is, you know, really appreciated by them and by us, and shows the support that we'll provide them in moving forward, you know, for the rest of their lives. So we wish you all the best. Our wish is that you are happy, in inverted commas, and grow old together. So, yeah, here's to Michael and Sam.
That's good. That's pretty good. Right. Next thing will be Michael Dawes, the groom, speaking on behalf of him and his lovely bride. But I suppose I was having a chat with Terry. Terry Oliver, he's my brother-in-law, and we were having a bit of a chat before, and Michael told Terry that him and Sam are both quite excited by the whole thing. Michael about the hole, Sam about the thing. Sorry, Dan. So, Michael, anyway, a few little stories about Michael. So I first met Michael when we hired Michael and Mackay as a work experience student. And look, presented well, as Dan said, turned up, and I guess the first negative was we sat him outside my office, and it would have been entertaining, I think. I do remember Sam saying to me, "Oh, Michael said that you swear a bit. Can't believe it." What do you know? I swore a bit. But he learned a lot out there, I'd like to think. And I think, you know, if we have a good look at Michael, he's a pretty boy. Let's be honest, he's a good-looking rooster. One good-looking rooster. But I think that's really the result of a lot of cosmetic surgery there. Because he just doesn't mix well with alcohol. So we mentioned Australia Day. Stephen mentioned Australia Day. So this was actually, I think, just before you started with Wally as a graduate, wasn't it?
No, it was my first week.
First week? Okay, so pretty much when you first started with Wally. Yeah. Pissed, on a water tank, diving into a pool, it didn't quite happen. Hit someone on the way down, broke his jaw, didn't end well. Bit of surgery, good stuff. Apparently there's been a couple of incidents where we've got chipped teeth. So are they all your teeth, or is it bits of plastic? Yeah. So I don't know what you say, but an apparent lack of respect for his own face, his own person. But I'd just like to personally congratulate you both. I've known Sam since she was about that big. Michael, he was a bit bigger, and I think seeing the two of you together is quite good, and I wish you both well. And Michael, I should come up and say a few words. I'll come back to it.
Who invited this guy? I think so. Oops. But Adrian, I appreciate being MC tonight, so thank you very much.
Oh, no problem.
All right. First of all, just looking at you all tonight, I just, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank everyone for coming this weekend. It just means so much to me and Sam to have all our best friends and our family in the one room. It's just it just means so much to us. So thank you very much. So many people have made a massive effort to be here this weekend. We've had so many people travel all up in North Queensland and Melbourne, Sydney, all over South Australia. Some people have been driving for many days, so it's just such a special feeling to know that everyone's made the effort to be here for us today. So I do want to make a special mention to my 90-year-old gran, who spent 3 days in a car with my parents. Spent 3 days driving up from Adelaide, and I know that it mustn't have been easy for her, but we're so happy that you could be here with us this weekend. So thanks, Green. Sam has done an amazing job organising today. She's just absolutely smashed it as an organiser, but she couldn't have done it without so many other people. So I'd like to make mention to Elise Harden, wherever she is tonight. There she is. She did a great job with our wedding invitations, so thank you very much. I'd also like to thank Elise and also Brooke for their words today at the church, so thanks a lot. I'd like to thank the drivers today for driving us around. And I'd like to thank the sisters, the new sisters. You guys have been just brilliant in the lead up to the wedding. It's just so great. You guys have all been here and done it before, and it's just really good to have you there as a support for Sam, so we really appreciate it. Thanks also to the boys that got me through today, so you're a great bunch of blokes, and plenty of years ahead for us, so thanks fellas.
What about Sam? And Sam.
I'd like to thank my mum and my dad. They've just shown so much support for us ever since Sam was introduced to them back in Mackay. They've just been so supportive of our direction the whole time, and never said a bad word. So it's just it's one of the things I love the most about my mum and my dad is just their support. Their support in any decision that we make and in anything we do. So it's definitely a great quality that I'm always going to strive towards as well. So thanks, guys. I'd next like to thank my new family. Ever since the beginning, you guys have always been just so nice and generous, and that goes not just from Dan and Diane, but the whole family, all the guys and the sisters and the kids. It's just it's an amazing family to be a part of. You guys have all taught me so much. We love coming back to the farm. It's just a great place to be. So I'd like to give thanks to Dan and Diane. Some of the things I do, I love about Sam. She's just has amazing kindness for everyone, and such a generous person. But I know where that's come from. That's come from Diane. So I do want to thank her for that. But she can also be quite stubborn. I don't know if you know about that, but I'm looking at you, Dan. So, but she's also got an amazing work ethic and a cheeky sense of humour, which I know that she's got that stroke from you, Dan. So, we're just so lucky to have amazing parents, both of us. They've done so much for both of us throughout our whole journey, and I'd like to propose a toast. So please join me in charging the glasses that you have in front of you. To the parents of the bride and groom, thank you very much.
The parents.
But Sam is
Dill already.
sorry.
Dill.
But Sam is so many more things to me, and so many more words that I'm not going to try and cover here. But just her confidence and her energy and the way she goes about things, she's just been so supportive of me, and she's just a complete person to me, and she's just absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to spend the rest of my life with you, Sam. So absolutely. I'm so proud of where we've come in almost 10 years, and I know it's just the beginning, but I'm just so excited. So on behalf of my wife and I, that's pretty good. On behalf of my wife and I, we would just like to thank everyone for being here tonight. You all mean just the world to us, so I hope you continue to enjoy your nights, and thank you. Cheers.
Super speech, that. Rightio, next up, Nick Billing, the best man. Now, Nick, I'm going to apologise for this one. I got fed some stuff about yourself. They really had nothing. But you're a Port Adelaide supporter. I pushed back on that one. I'm a Cowboy supporter. I understand long-suffering incompetence. But please, come up and have a word, mate.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and the table at the back there. I'd like to start by saying thank you to the bridesmaids who have done a tremendous job in helping Sam get here tonight. And I'm actually feeling a little bit nervous because all their husbands are standing in front of me, but they look very beautiful. I'm sure everyone agrees. I count myself very lucky to know both Michael and Sam. My entire adult life, in fact. I'm sure you all agree they're both loving, caring and amazing people who seem to find such strength and enjoyment from each other. It's a truly humbling experience to be a part of such an important day in Michael and Sam's life. I thank you both very much for the honour and look forward to many more amazing memories together that I'm sure we will share. So I guess really now it's time in my speech to tell you a little bit about Michael, or truthfully trying to embarrass him a little bit. I met Doyle in grade 9, Doyle is his nickname obviously, at Whitsunday Anglican School. The same stomping ground he stole Samantha's heart. We really only had a couple of things in common, Michael and I. Mind you, they're really only things that you need to have in common for a starting friendship. We're both from South Australia, which is obviously very important. We both like real football. And farmers eating nice coffee, which South Australians understand. Although the friendship has had its difficulties, Michael being and his family unfortunately being Crow supporters, it has been an uphill battle between us because of that, but I have tried to forgive him, so yeah, we're getting there. Over the years we've become closer and closer. We were teammates in football, played cricket together, went on family holidays together, listening to Stephen's, at the time, questionable music taste. I still have nightmares about Tom Waits on repeat. But yeah, we were almost inseparable, finding trouble wherever we could. Later on in our schooling years, when parties and girls were the only things on our mind, myself and another good friend were unfortunate enough to bear witness to the kiss between Sam and Michael. Around the halfway stage of this party, about 10 o'clock, apparently Vic's bedtime, and as Doyle and I were sleeping over at Vic's, it was time to leave. So Vic and I raided the party fridge for all the drinks that we could and tried to find Michael. In a dark, ominous corner outside, we found Michael and Sam entwined together, kissing for the first time. Shocked as we were, we hurried them up by yelling at them, "Big's mum's here, wrap it up." When Doyle detached himself from Sam awkwardly and stood up, it was rather apparently he was very fond of Sam. Let's just say he wouldn't have to pitch a tent that night. they required alcohol, we decided to sit in the middle of the road and